everyone! My name is Tamara Chambers.
I'm Jake Jarvie.
And this is Tamara Just Saw.
And Jake was there too.
We just saw the murder on the Orient Express.
Yep, directed by Kenneth Branagh. And starring everyone.
So, little backstory. I got my first Agatha Christie book when I was like 9 years old, and from the time I was like 9 to like 15, I tried to read all of her books.
I have not read any Agatha Christie books.
Okay, but I have
seen two previous versions of this story.
Okay.
One is the 74 film, 1970s film, and the other is the BBC David Suchet PBS. They play it on PBS version.
Okay.
How did it stack up?
Well, first of all, we were in the front row. It was the reclining seats, thank goodness. But we're like, the guy next to us fell asleep.
He did.
He was snoring a bit.
Yep. Beginning of Act 2, we lost him.
I tapped him on the shoulder.
She brought him back.
She's a healer. Snoring a lot. This is going to be technically spoilers, but...
Ooh. You're going spoilers.
We spoil
Spoiler
everything.
town.
It's a spoiler because it's already a book. Like...
Yeah, the book's been out for like 100 years. For
sure. So, like, that's on you. It's like when people say that they don't want to spoil movies I've not seen for Tamara's never seen. It's like, well, it's my fault I didn't see Goonies until 2016. That was my fault. So, same kind of thing.
Well, it's also the culture surrounding you, their fault for not forcing it on you.
Thanks, Mom. There is a group of humans on a train, and a murder happens on this train, and it is up to the great detective...
Hercule Poirot.
I won't say it. Hercules Poirot.
That's what everyone calls him in the movie.
That's how I read it as a child in the book. You know when you read names super wrong and you hear them and you're like, oh shit.
Hermione.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I keep comparing him to like Sherlock of his time, and
he's like the greatest detective who ever lived.
Right.
He calls himself that.
And it is fun in a way that's not that fun.
It's fun in a way that is completely unmodern.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's classical storytelling.
Yeah.
It's actors with a 50mm lens right here, acting their hearts out, and it is slow as molasses to our modern sensibilities. It was really soothing.
Yes.
Like, even like laying in the front row next to the sleeping guy, I understood. His situation.
I mean, I could turn this on before bed.
Yeah, I was just soothed.
The colors and just the tone of everything.
Yeah.
And the way that you said this, the way that they kind of digitally enhanced the wide shots to just look like a beautiful painting.
That's where they wore their budget, other than the cast, which everybody was worth the money. Like, when they lined them all up at the table, like the entire cast, and you're looking at them, you're like, oh, I'm looking at a few $1 million, like
this is a lot
plenty
of
$1 million right here. We've got the old guard, Michelle Pfeiffer's back, killer cheekbones and all.
God.
And we've got the new guard, Daisy Ridley, like just shining like a beacon.
And just so weird because they didn't use her that much.
No, they didn't.
Daisy was so underused in a way that hurt my heart because I just love her so much.
Well, when you have a cast of characters that large, only a few people are gonna get like shining character moments. Josh Gad got one. Michelle Pfeiffer got one.
Josh
Gad.
Is he? Who is he?
He was in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who people are.
What's the dude's name?
I almost called him Gaston.
Okay, so it's Gaston's little buddy.
It's LeFou.
Is it LeFou?
LeFou?
Okay, so he played LeFou. Kenneth Branagh also directed the movie. Also stars as Hercule Poirot. And you could tell he was just like, everybody, get ready. We're all gonna act our hearts out. Yeah.
Last week, Cody and I saw Thor, and the director is so good. But the director was in the film.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
In a very hilarious, not needed, but wonderful role. And it's always interesting to me when the lead is also the director.
Well, this is a Kenneth Branagh thing. I say Branagh.
I didn't know that.
Branagh. Kenneth Branagh. Funny that we're talking about, he directed the first Thor movie. So now we're talking Ragnarok.
You said that, yeah.
But
I didn't know that.
Whenever he does these, like, this is a habit of his. Okay. Like, doing old material, putting himself as the lead. He played Hamlet in his Hamlet.
Oh.
He played Dr. Frankenstein in his Frankenstein, in his Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I don't know any of these.
Yeah.
It's just not something that I'm used to, seeing a movie that has so much money shoveled into it, that is so, like, remarkably unremarkable. Where it's like, there's no, so the Flash, I keep comparing it to Sherlock, but the Flash of Sherlock is like something that like I could see this budget being, but like this is a similar but different kind of mystery type genre movie, but it's just so peaceful and like lovely, but like
yeah.
I don't think modern audiences are really going to like grasp. I felt like a lot of comfort from it because it was very Agatha Christie and it was like very like old school theater and like so I thought like fun. I'm not like enthralled by it, but I'm comforted somehow.
And I agree. Mm-hmm. I enjoy a nice, soothing murder mystery.
Who doesn't?
Where everyone's nice and polite.
Yeah.
Except for, of course, a few, like, little bit of racism.
Right.
Because, again, classical.
Again, 1920s. Racism.
Hey!
We don't know who came first, Sherlock or...
Oh, yeah. If Arthur Conan Doyle or Agatha. I don't have my phone's over there.
Mine's dead.
We could have found out. Just like olden times, you guys are watching people have a speculative conversation. Something that no longer exists.
So I read for Cody's podcast.
Okay.
He's got a podcast called Tomfoolery, and he reads like really crazy weird books, and we talk about them as comedians. And so we read The Coming of the Fairies by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, where he, in his later life, believed that fairies were real.
Oh, I heard that about him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how's the book?
It's weird. There's a lot of facts that fairies exist, and facts that have since been completely debunked, obviously. I mean, fairies are real, we all know this.
Well, for
but
sure. But no, at the time, he was...
Yeah. Again, I really enjoyed certain aspects of it. As someone who is diagnosed with OCD, I think that...
You're diagnosed with OCD?
Mm-hmm. It used to be worse, but it's a
man.
lot better now. But like,
would I know this if I watched more of your videos?
No.
Okay.
But if you saw me organize a closet,
okay.
I loved watching him interact with like the shape of things and like that very much like I love that, and that's very much written into his character.
Yeah, and very particular
it's true to And you were saying that you felt he was a little emotional for
my Poirot, my first Poirot. So maybe that's why I prefer him. David Suchet.
Okay.
On those old on the PBS versions.
Okay.
And he always was very, at all times, in control of his emotions. And if someone made him mad, he got even quieter. So that like kind of more control is who I believe my Poirot is.
Definitely.
Kenneth Branagh did a very good job of that, and there were a couple times where I feel like he went for emotionality that was uncalled for.
Yeah. It really wasn't like deserved in the moment, it felt like. They were trying to pull us in with this lost love, Catherine, that he has. You can't expect that the audience has read the books.
Yeah.
And so it was a very like kind of, it felt kind
tacked
of
on.
Yeah.
This is the thing about seeing a movie with an audience. I love to see how it plays to a crowd. Mm-hmm. And the first half of this movie did not play to this crowd. Mm-mm. Everybody was so quiet, except for the guy snoring. And then in the second half, it kind of started to win people over a little bit. We had a hard time adapting to the classical storytelling of it as well at the beginning, because everybody jumps in, gives you a paragraph about who they are, and dives out, which is a very old storytelling technique.
It sure is.
And that's how old stories feel. And Agatha Christie stories especially. She's going to have 1,700 characters coming at you. So they are going to show up, tell you what's distinct about them, and now I'm going to fade into the background until we're looking for the murderer.
As a kid, I used to have a character chart, and I would write
down
their names and who they were, and then like just continue on.
See, I love that. And you would refer to your chart when they would pop back up.
Yeah, because
That's
they
awesome.
wouldn't pop up for another like 7 chapters. It was so pretty. It was so well acted. I really, really enjoyed the performances.
Except for Mitchie Pfeiffer.
Yeah, especially up front. I mean, she was in Mother as well. And
was
she? Was great in Mother.
Oh man, I gotta see this movie.
She's great in Mother, and she was very much out of her element. But I mean, other than that, I thought the acting was great. I was missing that suspense. What would you give this?
Oh, 6 out of 10 magnificent mustaches.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give this, and then there were some. Next week, I am seeing the new Justice League movie, I think.
Oh my god.
I think it comes out next week.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. When Jake's not available, have Taylor on, my little brother, try to fill this out so that I'm not just scrambling to talk about film. But
do they know Cody took off?
Yep, they know.
Okay.
Mr. Melcher.
He said goodbye?
Moved. Yep, okay. He did.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know, I'm wearing his shirt. We didn't talk about how I just don't like when Johnny Depp is in film. Okay.
Oh!
Done and done. Yeah! Thanks for watching, everyone. See y'all next week.